Ooh, Zangief. Let's take a look at Zangief's move list.
Movelist.
I want to see this whole thing here. All right, let's see what you've got here, King J.
All right, so the grappler of the Street Fighter series, his name is Zangief. Now, his moveset seems quite different than usual. He still has the same SPD and, you know.
Actually, so when I did the music stuff, I wasn't necessarily a big fan of the music. The more and more I hear Zangief's theme, the more I like Zangief's theme. Like, I've actually, every time I hear Zangief's theme, I don't know if it's the character association now, but like, I get hype every time I hear this song. I don't know if it's just because it makes me think of Street Fighter 6 Zangief, but what? Anyways.
German suplex and stuff, but his normal throws have different directions. Want to know more? Make sure you check out the move list. And thanks again, Capcom, for the exclusive hands on with Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter 6.
Alright, so when it comes to Zangief, I was looking out to see if he had green hand. I don't know if you don't know, but green hand used to be a move that Zangief used to be.
You don't need green hand. You've got drive parry and drive rush in this game. Double lariat, 2 punches. It's going to be so confusing because 3 punches is the EX version. It's interesting that they didn't list it here because for Lily, they listed Condor Dive and Overdrive Condor Dive. But for Zangief, they didn't list double lariat and EX double lariat. Weird. Okay.
Yeah, able to get close, but he just has.
So, but that's the standard lariat. What do they say
I don't know if you don't know,
about
but
it
green
here?
hand used to be a move that
Lariat, invulnerable to projectiles during the duration of the spin. Okay.
Zangief used to be able to get close, but he just has these.
So screw pile driver, throw an opponent, leave in the air, and smash him to the ground. High damage and long reach make it a key part of a grappler's arsenal. Thank you. I love that text.
Usual moves. Here's double lariat, screw power driver. That looks so impactful.
Borscht Dynamite. So this is the air SPD, which he does a completely different animation, which is actually really, really cool.
Then he has.
So like he punches him into the air, grabs him, spins, and lands with his knees down like that. So they've actually gave it I don't know, maybe it had a distinct ender in 5 as well, and I just never noticed. Who knows? So this is the close kick grab, which is no longer a 360. This is just a half circle back plus kick. I mean, that's what it was in 5, right? It was just half circle back, I believe it was.
SPD anymore.
But this one is damage, but leaves you closer for better pressure than the SPD.
Siberian Express.
Yo, he just goes crazy with his hands. So in other words, if he's far away enough, he actually is very telegraphed that it's coming. So at first it looks like it could just be a dash, but then he raises his arms.
Express, where he runs at you and grabs you. Then he has
Tundra Storm is now down plus heavy kick. It's only down plus heavy kick. It's only heavy kick. Counter opponents grounded kick and throw them. Can only be used against certain attacks, but makes up for that limitation with its big damage.
Tundra Storm.
God, I'm really curious
when he's able to
how much damage that actually does. And then here's the air super, jump diagonally upward, grabbing an airborne opponent before viciously slamming them into the ground. Useful as an anti-air counter when predicting your opponent's jump or when worked into combos. Yeah, we've seen footage already that if you do it at last second or like when the opponent is on their way down, you just miss. Like it doesn't become active until he gets a little further up. So it feels a little more like the Strive Heavenly Potemkin Buster than Exert and XX Heavenly Potemkin Buster. Yeah, Zonk, that's, I mean, it's, putting all the symbols for 360 is not a good idea because 360, you want to represent it as you can start from anywhere. Right? So 360 can be done from forward circle. You could do down circle. You can do up circle. You can start from back and go the other way. You can start from down back and circle this way. You can start from down forward and go the other way, etc., etc. So making 360 an arrows is not a good idea.
I think it's a kick or a punch now, but I think it's just kicks. It was kicks before, so I think probably kicks again.
Wait, what's he talking about here?
Sorry. Kick or a punch. Thunderstorm is when he's able to grab, I think it's a kick or a punch. No,
it was
I
only
think it's
kicks,
just
it was only
kicks. It was
kicks,
kicks
yeah.
before, so I think yeah, probably kicks again.
Cyclone Lariat. So he has the 2 follow-ups on this one. Oh, you can actually hold left or right to throw him in that direction? Oh, I thought it was always turn around.
Basically, he's V skill 1, then now he does like
Bam. So now you can choose which direction to throw him. I thought that throw option was only backwards, so that's why you would do the other one for the other one gives you combo damage, but I thought you would do the other one also to keep them in the front.
Goldberg.
Interesting.
Then he has a
and then the 720, of course.
Storm Buster.
Bolshoi Storm Buster!
So yeah. Looks pretty cool.
So what I'm really interested in is seeing what his unique attacks are. So Hell Stab. Oh, this is Jack's launcher from Tekken, right? Like he's actually doing Jack's launcher from Tekken. Look at him. Bam! Like it should have had the bullet come out of it and everything, dude. I swear. And then Knee Hammer. This is the hopping knee that he's had in 5.
Knee Hammer.
And then Headbutt that can be canceled into special moves and lets you act before your opponent. Wow, Headbutt is now plus on block. Ooh, wow. Headbutt is plus on block. Wow.
The Headbutt.
And then the Cyclone Wheel Kick.
And he has a side.
Again, subscribe to King J, youtube.com/@KingJTV. That's JAE. King J, and then follow him on Twitter @King J as well. If you do follow him on Twitter, tell him James sent you, and thank you for letting me use his videos. Cyclone Wheel Kick is an overhead.
I haven't seen this one before.
I think it's someone said it's mad minus on block, so that's good.
He has a Cyclone Kick.
At ranges, it'll probably be safe. It'll probably be safe.
I haven't seen this one before.
And then this is the Smetana drop kick.
Made it mix him with Agile.
Nice. Okay, so he's just got a drop kick.
Headbutt.
Just at
And he has
any
a
point in
Cyclone
time. Interesting.
I ain't
But
seen
that's
this one
down
before.
forward
Yeah,
heavy
listen.
kick, which had always been the long range sweep in a lot of other Street Fighter games. So now it's just a drop kick that knocks down. I'm curious how safe that's going to be on block. Flying body
Drop
press.
kick.
We've seen this
He has
one.
a
Body
flying
splash.
press.
Flying headbutt, a headbutt that be canceled the aerial special moves, so you can combo into EX Borch Dynamite, if I'm not mistaken. Flying body press. Wait, which one's the overhead? Yeah, the Cyclone Wheel Kick is the overhead. I don't think the Smetana drop kick is an overhead, was it?
Like the Headbutt. Then he has a Cyclone Kick. I ain't seen this one before.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's a low crush. It's a low crush,
Made
basically.
it mix him with Agile. Then he has a drop kick. He has a flying body press. He also got flying headbutt.
Machine gun chops, a potent series of chops. Someone says, yeah. It actually says it in the description. Hits repeatedly if the first hit connects as a counter hit. As a normal hit, medium punch into medium punch does not combo. But as a punish counter or a wit or as a counter, it is. So this might be his best whiff punishing tool.
He's got the machine
And if
gun
you
chops,
actually
like
connect
big
it, you get a knockdown off of that one. The power stomps is still a weird one. If you guys remember watching last week, I was wondering how at one point in time in the video we watched from Justin, it looks like he skips the middle kick. He just does one into a second, and then we're like, what? How did he do that? And like he just did one into finisher. A very astute YouTube commenter, thank you very much, noticed that was an edit. And you actually see Dhalsim's life drain in the middle of that. I don't know what they were editing out, but they edited something out, and so it actually wasn't 2 hits of the string. It was actually all 3 hits, but they just edited out the middle kick.
And then he's got the power stomps as well. Which is
And then the fact that he has 80,000 throws is the best thing. Thank you so much. Oh, he's got the regular throw, bam.
No, not even command grabs.
And then the back
They're just normal
throw,
generic grabs, but you just have to do a different direction for each
forward
one of them, as you
throw,
can see. which is pretty unique. I haven't really
Down
seen
forward
Zangief
throw,
have
which
movements
is
like
mad
that.
plus,
Just
by
like
the
that.
way. He can loop that, dude. He can loop that.
Down forward and down back.
And then
I
down
don't
back.
think it's been seen before. Maybe
That's so cool. God, that, and the reason why that one is important,
different directions, like
the
down
reason why
forward,
rush
down
and
back.
drop is important right here is he can throw from crouch block.
I don't think.
This is really powerful, by the way, to be able to hold down back and react to a throw or react to someone sitting next to you by just hitting the throw and doing nothing. So it very clearly looks like he gets almost no frame advantage off of this.
I don't think it's been seen before. Maybe
Like you can see this, he's still rolling like this while the enemy is there, and it looks like he's rolling away. My guess is that he has no pressure afterwards because I think it's gonna be very strong. Shogundo, it's already Spinebuster. We already know Spinebuster gives you the best Oki. Look at that. You're just right there. You just walk up and do it again. Spinebuster clearly has the best Oki.
down forward and down back. I don't think it's been seen before. Maybe one of you lot can let me know in the comment section.
Brain Buster, yes.
Then he has the Brain Buster.
Ooh, nice. And then here's here's everything else over here, etc., etc. Let's just move on to the next character because I don't even know if I'm gonna get to the other topics up here. I still have 2 more move lists to go, so I might just end up doing 2 more move lists and call it a day for now. Maybe we can watch some of those matches. Those matches are really quick, but we'll see that. And that's a great question, Pac Manila. I don't know. I don't know if holding down back will allow you to throw tech or not. Because if it does, that's also very powerful that he can actually crouch throw tech as well. I kind of hope it does mean he can do that because that would be really sick. And honestly, like, you know me, anything that makes Zangief better, I'm happy. So, no, oh, you're right, K-John. You can throw while down backing with every character now that you mention it. I'm thinking Street Fighter 4 where you couldn't do that. In Street Fighter 5, they changed it so you did, so that's how you can prevent Crouch Tech OS. So everybody can throw from down back. So that isn't a powerful strength to have for Zangief. It really was very powerful in the old Street Fighter games because that's why my brain went in that direction, is because being able to have a crouching strong and a crouching fierce throw in the original Street Fighter 2s were really, really good. Really good. And so I was thinking that way too with Zangief, but no, you're right. It's going to be the same as pretty much all the characters now that you mention it. So, interesting. All right, well, let's keep going then. Let's go to Dhalsim. Oh, yeah. We've already mentioned that the down back throw I was saying doesn't look like it has good Oki at all. So, by the way, I can't believe somehow we had never seen Dhalsim's wind pose until recently.
This character is known for his stretchy limbs.
Because his wind pose is awesome.
We've got the move list.
There was a clip that Capcom just put out that had his wind pose, and literally the elephant just lifts Dhalsim and puts it on his back. And it's just so cool.
Exclusive hands-on. Really appreciate Capcom for this. Let's check out
Dhalsim
Dhalsim's
is so
moveset.
scary looking.
If you ain't subscribed, make sure you lot subscribe on the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Dhalsim looks so scary.
Street Fighter 6.
All right, so here's Dhalsim's moves. So Dhalsim's moves.
Yoga Fire. He has straight Yoga Fire again. Because as you can see, there's Yoga Arch. He has 2 different fireball. He has access to both fireballs. What does holding the button do?
He has Yoga Fire, which goes straight. Then he has Yoga Arch, which goes up.
Do we know what
So
the holding the button to change the effect does for Yoga Fire over there? I don't remember what that does. Huh. Interesting. So he can hold the Yoga Fire button. Yeah, I'm not sure, Mazmoon.
So Dhalsim, he has Yoga Fire, which goes straight. Then he has Yoga,
which is basically the best
Dhalsim's
animation
moves.
ever.
So Dhalsim, he has Yoga Fire, which goes straight. Then he has
Look at the way he shoots that fireball. He like
Yoga.
shoots it from like, he spins his whole body. It's so cool looking.
Arch, which goes up in the sky.
And then Yoga Flame, of course.
Yoga Flame, which stays
Yoga Blast,
close
of
to him.
course, which is all the standard stuff that he's had for a
Yoga
while.
Blast, which is air.
Now he has Yoga Comet. Blow a ball of fire from midair aimed towards the ground. Useful as a way to check opponents in the air.
Then he has
So that's the air fireball. Interesting that the air fireball is half circle back plus punch. And not just fireball plus punch. Why is it?
Flame, which stays.
That's such a weird
Yoga
input.
Blast, which is air.
Did they want people to get used to it? I mean, who are used to doing Yoga Gale from the previous game? I'm not sure. Weird.
Aerial kind of anti-air one. Then he has Yoga Comet that comes.
Oh, the float. It's just down and kicks. Because obviously it was V skill before. Now it's down and kicks. Hey. Come here. Come here. Look who decided to show up. Yep, it's that time again. Everybody on SoundCloud, you get to listen to me do this. Hi. Hi. Yeah, changing the timing would actually be really strong too. All right, so that's how you do Yoga Float.
Down, he has Yoga Float.
Oh, and now, of course, down and kicks. Interesting that you can't do it from down forward or down back. You can't do it from either of those. Only straight down can you do a Yoga Float. That's really interesting because that's very distinct from the ground version.
Aerial Float.
What? Yoga Teleport is not... Wait, Yoga Teleport is not a DP motion anymore? It's just 3 punches or 3 kicks? Forward and back? 3 punches and kicks?
Well.
Yo! What? Wait, what?
So yeah, this is during jump.
Wait, what? I'm a little upset about this. Oh man. Okay, Yoga Inferno.
And then he has Yoga Inferno for supers. Super
So
arts.
that's just blow flames in a variety of directions. Its quick execution makes it useful as a counterattack as a way of converting normal attacks into combos. The direction of the flame will change depending on which button. So the buttons have the ability to shoot in different directions, it sounds like. But it doesn't sound like he puts a flame carpet down anywhere. So are we as humans ready for Dhalsim with low execution? Ask Nyanzabuto. I don't know. I'm so terrified. Oh, man.
And then he has Yoga Sunburst.
So this is
where
his
he does
5
his
super.
It goes in the air, similar to Street Fighter 5. And then Merciless Yoga. Yeah, this one is a very good level.
Okay, here's all of the unique attacks for Dhalsim. Back to... Oh, no. He sees the camera, so he's like, no, you will not use me for views. You will not use me for clicks. All right, fine. Be that way, Nathan. Be that way. All right. Yoga uppercut, back medium punch, standard. Yoga lance. So that's basically the Yoga anvil, right? That's what it was called before. Now it's called Yoga lance.
So yeah.
Oh, whoa, it feels way slower.
This is a very good level 3 super. But then let's check the normals. So, yeah.
See, it stretches like that. That's interesting. Down back heavy punch. This is what he's had before. Yep.
Stretching arms, you have to low.
Whoa. Oh, okay. Crouching light kick. Right. Just a quick light kick like that. Is this game too rush down for Sim to keep up with? Not sure, because the thing about it is you have to be worried about is if you try to drive rush, cancel everything to keep in on Dhalsim, you're going to be spending your drive cage, and then he back throws you, and then you can't block anything because then you get burned out, and it's really kind of scary, honestly. So not sure yet. Not 100% yet, Red Fenrir. It's so early to say. It's so early to say.
Agile kick.
Flying kick, back medium kick. These are all the same moves that he had before. This is...
Kick.
Oh, they did give him this. They did give him a low kick. So they just call it thrust kick. That's the name of Cammy's DP in Super Turbo. Thrust kick. Yoga Mountain.
And he has Yoga.
Whoa. Useful against an opponent's neutral jumps and blows the opponent back on hit. Weird. Karma kick.
Seen that kick before. Then he has.
Did he have this before? I don't think he had a sweep like this in 5, did he? Did they give him a... He never had a pure sweep like that. He only had the roundhouse slide. Oh,
Karma kick, which is a sweep.
Okay, Yoga Mummy, light. Oh, that's light punch only? Not heavy punch? Weird. Heavy punch was how you did Yoga Mummy in Super Turbo. Now it's light punch, and then drill kick with light kick. Oh, wait.
Kick, which is a sweep. He has Yoga Mummy, which is
a descending attack with a long duration that I perform while jumping. Does he not have 3 angles anymore? Because he still has the angles in 5. Did they take away the angles? Yoga Mummy is cancelable? Dude, look. Defeat Lee. I'm right there with you. I hate Street Fighter V Dhalsim so much. I think you moved, right? So you don't have to deal with Arturo as much as before. But yeah, I'm sure having dealt with Arturo enough as you have, you probably hate Dhalsim more than I do. Let's just put it that way. Oh, you will move eventually. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Nah, screw Dhalsim, dude. I hate him in 5. I hate him in 5. Holy crap. I actually kind of hate fighting him more than I hate fighting Luke these days, man. Man. Yeah, so before when you hit down and light kick, medium kick, and heavy kick, he drilled in 3 different directions. So depending on how far from you, he could aim it to make sure he was plus. And so it's God, what a pain in the ass to deal with. Ugh.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, Sim and Cammy as a pair Shogundo, learning those 2 characters would actually be pretty strong, to be honest with you. But actually making Yoga Mummy actually cancelable, I mean, if there is the light kick version of the drill and Yoga Mummy is cancelable, that kind of gives a reason to do the Yoga Mummy, which would be kind of interesting. I'm curious to see how that's all going to play out.
Vertical head foot. Vertical.
So forward throw, back throw, and then he has a down throw.
And then he has a bunch of throws.
What was the down throw for?
Vertical head foot.
So this one throws your opponent without switching places with them.
Vertical kind of.
Throws your opponent while
Dive
switching
headbutt.
places. And then this one throws your opponent. Oh, that's right. This one throws them hella far away. So if you want to build distance, you use the down throw. And so in other words, as a crouch teching kind of thing, if you throw them while crouching, you get to launch them and be safe on block, basically. I mean, not safe on block. You get to build distance and go back to zoning. Sorry, I'm brushing a cat right now while I'm talking. So now my speech is messed up because I'm doing 2 things at once right now. Yeah. So maybe the angle is still there. Not sure.
He has a bunch of throws.
And then there's everything else over there. So let's just go to the last character, shall we? Let's just do Cammy here. And see what she's got. We've seen most of what she has, but Cammy,
Quite silent,
let's
deadly
go.
assassin. Yeah, we get to check out her moves, so let's check out Cammy's moves. We've got some exclusive hands-on with Street Fighter 6. Special thanks to Capcom for this. Really appreciate it. Let's check out Cammy's move list.
It's always funny too because Cammy's move lists usually are really boring, but this time it seems like she has a lot of interesting stuff.
All right, so let's
So spiral arrow, only H can be held. Spinning kick with both legs that travels low along the ground. It's not that low along the ground anymore. Have you seen the way it looks in this game? Useful for launching surprise attacks from a distance or use out of normal moves to create combos.
take a look at Cammy's move list. So she has spiral arrow, cannon.
Cannon spike, only H version can be held. From a low stance, kick upwards while rising into the air. It is invincible against jumping attacks. And of course, if you hold them, hold drill makes it multiple hits and goes... Basically, holding him makes it the overdrive version without spending any overdrive, from what I've been able to tell so far. It looks like You just get the overdrive version without spending any meter if you hold the button. Of course, that increases the startup timing of it, so it trades the ability to not spend meter for increased startup time. But if you do have, there's certain combos that have and they both side switch. Yes, that is correct. But they have the if you have the time to charge for them in combos, they also let you extend combos a lot too.
Spike, and these moves can now be held, so they give multiple.
There you
hits
go. That's the EX one.
now. So both of them could be just, oh man, they could be really damaging in terms of combos. You could cancel them and then hold.
So quick spin knuckle, take a spinning hop towards and strike the opponent. Useful for continuing your offensive pressure as a way to slip through an opponent's guard. Wow. So the question that I had the entire time was, is this going to be plus on block like it is in Street Fighter V? I mean, obviously we've seen you can combo into it and then, gosh, so does that mean continuing your offensive pressure means that it is plus on block?
So it kind of like a power up, and you got
That you can link out of it. We've seen that you can link out of it on hit.
quick spin knuckle.
Oh, and then the EX one is hella fast. Holy crap.
You could cancel them and then hold. So it kind of
And slip through an opponent's guard. It can
could
go
be
to the
really
other
damaging
side,
in
if
terms
I'm
of
not
combos. You
mistaken.
could cancel them and
So this is take a spin of user. Oh, I guess even the heavy one maybe can do it as well, too. There's no M. Bison in the game. It seems like they've designed it so that Shadowloo is gone. Nobody from Shadowloo is here, and it's just JP kind of trying to resurrect Psycho Power. I don't know if they're going to use JP as a storyline mechanic as an excuse to bring back Bison in the future. But so far, there's no Boxer, there's no Vega, there's no Sagat, there's no Fang. Now, obviously, Aki is in the game, who might be continuing Fang. Maybe she took over the organization after Fang left. There's also Ed, who's trying to run Neo Shadowloo, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, isn't it weird, Defeatly, that we can actually say that Quick Spin Knuckle actually looks nuts? Because this move has been garbage for its entire existence as a special move since Super Street Fighter 2, where she first showed up. It has never been useful ever since then. Ever. And so if it's actually good, I'm down with it. I'm so happy they finally can make this move useful.
and then hold.
Now, it doesn't say anything about going through projectiles, though. So it doesn't seem like it has the ability to make it through projectiles.
So it kind of like a power up, and then you got quick spin knuckle.
Yes. So Split Synergist, it was a total scrub killer in 5, speaking from experience. 100%. And it's one of my favorite moves to use to teach fighting games. That you have to unlearn things that used to work because they stopped working. Cammy's spin knuckle is the ultimate move of this gets you out of bronze, and then once you get to like silver and gold, it stops working, and you have to understand how that works. It breaks parries. Nothing really breaks parries so far as we know, except for stuff that Marisa does. So far as that we know. So,
And then you also
cannon strike, dive kick from the air, useful as a way of continuing your offensive
cannon spike
pressure.
during forward jump. And then you
Hooligan
have
combinations.
a bunch of stuff from
Yeah, here we go. Here's the Hooligan combination. And this makes me happy because it seems like Hooligan is actually fleshed out again. Hooligan was such a powerful tool in Super Turbo, even though it really only had like 2 follow-ups. But obviously the throw was super good. They've been scared to make Cammy's Hooligan throw very good because she's so fast, and in Super Turbo, she was a terrible character with a really, really broken command throw. And so she was actually a grappler. They've abandoned all grappler ways at this point in time. Actually, that's a good question, Krayos the Bear. I don't know if it breaks parries now that you mention it, because it does break DIs. I don't know if it breaks parries. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Unless someone in the chat can confirm that. But having the Hooligan combination actually being a powerful tool again makes me happy. Makes me really, really happy. And I can't I can't wait to see how to use this move.
Hooligan combination. So hooligan combination.
So Razor's Edge Slicer, same thing. Don't
Like,
do
no
anything.
input, you get
Slide kick.
And then you've got the one with
Cannon
the kick.
strike, hit kick
that
out of the
gives, like,
air. Dang, that's fast.
Like no input, you get the slide. And then you've
Look at
got
the
the one
startup
with the
on
kick.
that.
So that
Like, she dive kicks out of that pretty fast, man.
gives like a dive kick, and then you have
And then reverse edge is down and kick. That's why it's down and kick, because of course,
reversal
because she
edge,
has the
which gives that
dive kick. Yeah, but look how high
You've got
she
the one with
does
the
it.
kick.
This definitely is not a
gives like a dive
combo
kick, and then
after
you have
this one
reversal edge,
here.
which is-
But I think if you do it later, you can definitely combo out of it, because it looks like they're going to recover at quite the same time there. So there might be
Kind
different
of axe kick.
timings. Of course, you can throw out of this, the
And then
fatal
you have
leg
fatal leg
twister. And also, they say on the
and then-
reverse edge, yeah, cannot be blocked crouching. So it is an overhead. So you can convince people to stand up
you have
and get them
reversal
with
edge,
the
which
throw.
gives that Seth kind
So
of
that's
axe
good.
kick. And then you have
So it grabs opponents who are standing while on the ground and does massive damage. Massive damage. Oh, cool. You found the Riverside thing. Nice. Okay. There is a chance I'll be at that opening tournament, Omni Blast. So if you see me there, say hi.
fatal leg twister, which is the grab. By
Silent step. Oh, this is crazy.
EX mode, it actually launched.
They gave her a feint off of hooligan throw. They gave her a feint off of hooligan throw.
Launches them, so you get
Yo.
you can actually do a combo.
I'm so happy. Oh my god. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
A forward moving combination
Yeah, the
tag. Yeah,
super.
this is pretty much the
Spin drive
standard.
smasher.
It's actually cool that the
can
launch
actually do a
looks
combo.
like that she actually launches
Yeah,
you with a
super
kick
hard.
now. Pow.
Spin drive
Pow.
smasher. Then you've
Spin
got
drive
killer
smasher, and then this is the
beam
one that
spin.
if it hits you
That
on
is
the
from
ground,
Street Fighter.
triggers the cool animation and does a bunch of damage. But if it hits you out of the
Animated.
air, it launches you, does very much less damage, but launches you for more
Very, very famous. We wanted
hits.
this one to come into the
But
game
then
and
she
now
also
it
has
comes.
the air
I'm happy.
version, which basically
Aerial
there you
killer
go.
beat.
Oh, is that what it is? Maybe the ground version, if it hits you out of the air, always does that, and it's only the aerial version. Things to test. Things to test.
B spin. Now it looks like it launched them for something else, but yeah, we need to do more
Then
testing.
of course the level
They-
3.
Delta Red Assault. Now, yeah, this one, such an amazing level 3
And yes,
violence.
make sure you subscribe to King J. Thank King J again. If you follow him on Twitter, give him a follow and please thank him for letting me use his videos over here. And then make sure you follow him. All of his videos, all these videos that I've been watching are all on his YouTube channel at youtube.com/@KingJTV. That's JAE. So thank you very much for letting me do that. And yeah, open beta next weekend. Open, not this weekend, not this coming weekend, the weekend after that. Thank you, Capcom, for not putting the open beta on Mother's Day weekend. Because if you did, we will be mad. I'll be around for I'll be playing the hell out of this during open beta
So
weekend.
she has a lift uppercut like the usual game.
Okay, so here's the lift upper. Whoa.
And
So
violence.
yeah, there's the lift upper that she's always had.
So she has a lift uppercut like the usual game.
And then now she has a forward heavy
Delayed
kick,
ripper, I've never seen that move.
which is crazy. It's like a mini back swing blow, but it can be canceled into special moves. That is
So
crazy.
she has a lift uppercut like the usual game.
It's so
Delayed
interesting
ripper,
that
I've
they
never
gave
seen
her
that
this move.
Move before.
And then, of course,
She's had
now
the,
she has the launcher, which anytime you pause this move, it's just like, I don't know if I need to censor my videos or whatever like that. But I swear when I was going over the video of Cammy last week, every time I paused the game, she was doing this kick. Anyways, a launching kick that can be canceled into special moves. It can be launched on hit. It can be jumped out of on hit. But yeah, it just launches on the ground now. It just launches on the ground.
Blade, which was a crush.
And so you can get combos off of that. But you can also access that kick by doing the lift upper combination again. So you can get
now
access
she's
to
got
that. Whoa, what did he skip at
five.
the end there?
And then she's got the target combo as well.
Dude, why would you skip this one? This one's so important. Swing combination is really, really important here. Fierce punch towards heavy kick. into heavy kick, because this is the one where she punches and then does the knee bullet and then does that follow-up kick that you see in the picture over there. But the hopping knee is considered airborne and is cancelable into the dive kick. So the heavy kick does 2 hits automatically. Oh yeah, the lift combination and the assault blade are jump cancelable. So it can be jumped out of on hit.
The assault blade, which was a crush counter,
and then lift combination. It can be second hit can be jumped out of.
The target combo as well.
And then again, this one's important because the first hit is the fierce, and the second hit does the knee bullet. But the knee bullet is an airborne state that is cancelable, so you can actually cancel that into dive kick for combo extensions and stuff. You can just let it rock into this kick, but that's really cool. So, do we have a solid over/under on modern versus classic? What do you mean, like in terms of percentage of people using it? It's a good question, actually.
Then
throws.
now she's got a throw.
Oh, of course, she has the air throw. She has an air throw.
This is her back throw.
I still don't like her back throw animation because it just doesn't look like she does anything.
Her back throw, and then she has her jump throw.
At least the air throw doesn't look as bad as it used to be.
Yeah, those are the moves.
So that's Cammy's moves right there. So there you go. Yeah, my intention was to go through some more match. Oops. My intention was to go through some match videos and then go through Justin's Dhalsim video, but man, going through those 9 move lists, I think it was, took me 2.5 hours as it is already, with a nice little long sidetrack in how netcode works. I mean, again, we just have to see how it works, Matthew Mangiar, Duck Helmet. We have no idea what the characters are like in modern controls. We don't know what they're missing, right? Look at Cammy right over there, right? She's got like 3 unique attacks off of her heavy kick. And if you only have 1 heavy button, like, how's that gonna work, right? Like, is she, like, you have to mix them between punches, and so it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting how it's gonna work. We have to find out how, and again, don't forget that modern controls also reduces the damage of special moves by 80%, or I should say it lowers it by 20%. To 80% total, and so it definitely does less damage. So we don't know yet. We have a lot more to find out about modern controls. In the next beta, I might have to mess with them a little bit more just to get a better idea of how they work and just kind of get a better feel for them. But for the most part, I think if you know what you're doing, classic controls are going to be better, just because you have access to more things and you're not going to be held back, right? There's very little modern controls are going to do that are going to be easier than classic controls, except for maybe 1-button anti-airs and 1-button walk-up SPD. Like, those clearly are going to be very, very powerful to have. But do they make up for the fact that you lose a bunch of stuff and that those things will actually do less damage, basically? So, and keep in mind, K-John, normals are the same. So it's not for every 4 hits the opponent hit you, you need to hit 5 times to even it out. Specials only. Specials only, basically. Normal moves do the same damage, as at least it did in the previous beta. So I don't know if it's changed at this point in time. We'll figure it out. But easier to hit confirm and better at super reactions, for sure. Yeah, those things will definitely be a lot easier to have. Being able to 1-button super punish a DI out of nowhere, for example, is going to be really good. But do you want to do that? I mean, if you counter a DI with a DI, you'll be able to kill it pretty fast anyway. So we'll see. We'll see. We still don't know yet. They want it to be viable in tournaments. And I know a lot of people are worried about it being strong. it's weird from my standpoint. I don't see it as a huge advantage right now. I like, obviously, yes, it makes a difference having to do full SPDs or full DP motions to anti-air, etc., etc. But do I feel like it's worth it losing the damage and losing the extra buttons? Like, if I had access to all my normals somehow, and I, like, let's just say it was just the regular 6 buttons and then a regular, just a 1 button special, yeah, clearly that's the better way to go. But losing certain normals like a Guile upside down kick, losing 20% damage on special moves, I'm not convinced it's going to be better. I'm kind of hoping that it's balanced, because I would like to be able to give modern players chances to play in tournaments and actually legit play and not feel like they have an advantage. But I also want them to play where they don't feel like they have a deficit, right? And so if they can figure out a nice little balance, the 80% damage on the specials is a tough one, because that's an arbitrary number, right? That's like X Factor in Marvel 3. The thing that I hated the most about X Factor is different characters had different strength boosts and different speed boosts. So it was just basically an arbitrary balancer, right? It was just like, yeah, I don't want this guy to be too strong. You get no speed boost. Ha! And like, you're just like, why? Why did that happen? And so like, 80% for modern controls is just like, is it too good? Lower it to 75%. Is it too weak? Raise it to 85%. Like, I don't know where they came up with 80%. So I'm just curious to see how it's going to end up playing out, to be honest with you. So you can still do the motions for the full damage. Yeah, exactly. You can. But you do lose access to some special moves that way. They're the neutral special, whatever special move is on neutral, you don't have the ability to do a motion for, right? So like if like, I don't know what Ryu's is. Is Ryu's neutral, his fireball, or is it the palm strike or whatever? But you won't have access to the full damage on that, to be honest. So, it's interesting. We'll see how it works. But if it allows some people to play the game because they hate the motions, and they can play and they don't mind being a little bit weaker in terms of the damage and missing a few moves, then let's go. I mean, it'll be cool to have more people playing and more people in tournaments. Like, that's a win-win. That's a win-win. And yeah, 20% is quite a bit. I mean, Zangief Light SPD does 2,500 damage on a normal character that kills in 4. And if you're using modern controls, that's 5, right? You'll kill in 5. You have to get a 5th one. So it's a little bit different. So Ryu's neutral is the fireball. Okay, so there you go. So in other words, you can't get a full damage fireball, for example. So it's really interesting, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. The key, though, is that no matter what, modern controls should, and this is from an old man point of view, modern controls should always default to being weaker than classic controls. So if you have the choice between being scared of accidentally making it too strong or too weak, I would be more on the side of making sure it's not too strong. Like, I would prefer you make it too weak than too strong. Let's just put it that way. So, but yeah, at lower levels, and who knows, maybe it will teach people, like, eventually they'll be like, now that I know how to play the fighting game, let me do the full motion even in modern controls so that I can get the full damage out of these. And then you're like, well, now that I've learned this, I might as well play classic, so I have Guile upside down kick, etc., etc. Might work out pretty decently. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, yeah, the specials can't do with modern are Tatsu, or are light and heavy Tatsu. They have Ryu has no access to light and heavy Tatsu. He only has medium Tatsu. And then Donkey Kick, I think he only has access to medium Donkey Kick, is what it is. I don't think he has a light or a heavy Donkey Kick either. So that's how it works. So right, exactly, Lurker Spy, what he says, like, let people rely on it if they want. Right? Not everyone wants to take down Evo. Exactly. If it just ends up getting more people to play, that's great, man. That's better than anything we can do. Actually, a lot of Smash players would use the motion for Terry or Ryu because it did more damage. They were stronger hits. So, of course, yeah, you would definitely do the motions with those. So, a lot of them would do it that way. So, in any case, I think that's it for today. Yeah, I'm not going to do the other stuff because I already started this a tiny bit later. And I've got a lot of editing and rendering to do. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. If you guys don't mind, I'll probably split this video into multiple YouTube videos so you don't have to sit through 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 40 minutes of videos and stuff like that. Also, because shorter videos get more views on YouTube, let's just call a spade a spade. And that definitely helps me. So if you want to help me, turn off your ad blockers when you watch my videos on YouTube, for one. Secondly, please like and subscribe. Leave some comments below for the algorithm. For the YouTube algorithm, leave some comments on the videos. And yeah, and if you want to support me on Twitch, subscribe here or on twitch.tv/UltraChenTV or twitch.tv/JChenzor. I'm sorry I haven't been streaming on twitch.tv/JChenzor at all recently. Like, I just have not been streaming on there. But I tend, obviously when Street Fighter 6 comes out, I'm going to be going ham on that. But I've also just been doing, boy, it's been a hard month for productivity. My brain is not letting me do stuff, and I've been working on other things as well. So I just haven't had the time to stream. So hopefully I'll be getting back to that. When Street Fighter 6 comes out, I'll be streaming like you can't even humanly imagine, for sure. So definitely give my twitch.tv/JChenzor a follow as well. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out. And again, thanks to King J in particular for what do you call it? Thanks, King J, for letting me use your YouTube videos. Appreciate that very, very much. Please, once again, give him a follow on Twitter @KingJ, as well as youtube.com/@KingJTV. So, do we get stats for ad blockers? No, I don't think so. I don't think I know how many times people have ad blocked my stuff. I don't think we have a way to measure that. So, in any case, as Harv says in the chat, you know, I'm sure that the days that it was Tuesday graces your ears were the most important days of your life. But for me and for Nathan,
it was Tuesday.